Want to learn an hour full of interesting facts? Subscribe to Zarpado. We're already starting. A horse moves forward or backward in a snowy landscape, but your brain isn't so clear. The optical illusion plays with contrasts and the lack of shadows, confusing the perception of movement. What do you see? Is it coming closer or moving away? In a room filled with tension and talent, applicants to the Chinese art school face a titanic challenge. Only a few pass the test, leaving behind hundreds of dreamers with paintbrushes in hand. The demands are fierce, reflecting the almost military discipline of art in China. Here, creativity isn't enough. You have to demonstrate mastery under pressure. At the top of Mount Woodson in San Diego, there is a rock that seems about to break, but won't. Potato Chip Rock is a thin granite formation shaped like a potato chip that defies gravity. Although it looks fragile, it's strong enough to support several adventurers at the same time. It's the ideal spot for an epic photo, but only if you dare to climb it, a natural illusion. At 15, Demi Barnes designed an unconventional wedding dress. She made it out of divorce papers. Her creation not only recycled documents, but also critiqued marriage and its unexpected endings. The work went viral, leaving many reflecting on love and bureaucracy. In Seattle, every year, dozens of T-Rexes run as if escaping extinction, but only for fun. The T-Rex World Championship Races is a chaotic 100-meter race where participants wear inflatable dinosaur costumes. Since 2017, this event has become a tradition filled with laughs and epic falls. There are categories for all ages, even velociraptors over 50 years old. Since 1914, the Course des Cafés challenged waiters to travel 2 kilometers through the bustling streets of Le Marais without spilling a drop. Carrying a tray loaded with coffee, water, and a croissant, they must combine speed and balance. The record is 13 minutes, quite a feat among tourists and cobblestones. More than a race, it's a spectacle of skill and Parisian tradition. Lenovo unveiled the ThinkBook transparent display in 2024, a prototype with a transparent micro-LED screen. Designed for architects and augmented reality, it redefines digital interaction. Its innovative design allows the physical world to merge with the virtual. In Dubai, there are exclusive 25-karat gold banknotes issued by the Dubai Multi-Commodity Center. They are not legal tender, but can be exchanged for their gold value. With a value of 1,000 dirham, they are true collector's treasures. The world's longest bicycle measures 181 feet, equivalent to 4 double-decker buses. It was created by 8 Dutch engineers and set a record on April 30th, 2024. Remarkably, it can be pedaled by just 2 people, showcasing an impressive design. Its construction combines engineering, balance, and a touch of extravagance. Companies like Sarcos Robotics and Cyberdyne create exoskeletons that are revolutionizing industry and medicine. At Airbus, these devices allow people to lift 200 pounds with ease, reducing human effort. In hospitals, they help paraplegics regain mobility. The Suriname toad has a unique way of caring for its young. It carries them on its back until they develop. Their eggs embed themselves in their skin, forming small chambers where they grow until they emerge as fully formed toadlets. It is the only known amphibian with this surprising method of raising eggs. In 2008, Japanese astronaut Takao Doi threw a boomerang inside the International Space Station. Despite zero gravity, the object returned to his hand, defying what many thought was impossible. His experiment confirmed that the boomerang's aerodynamics work even in space. A surprising twist in science. While many flee from a single cockroach, Shelby Counterman lives with more than 4,000 in her home. For her, these insects are nature's tiny heroes, essential for decomposing organic matter. Far from seeing them as pests, she cares for them, feeds them, and even designs costumes for them. Yes, you read that right. Cockroaches in custom suits. On the island of Upolu, Samoa, the Tosua Ocean Trench is a spectacular natural pool of crystal-clear water, about 98 feet deep. Access is via a long staircase to a wooden platform that allows you to dive into this hidden paradise. Its origin is due to the erosion of the roof of an ancient lava tube, creating two impressive connected holes. It is also connected to the ocean via mysterious underground caves. In Australia, the Box Wars event transforms simple cardboard boxes into epic suits of armor and castles. Participants face off in fun battles inside Victoria Park, creating a spectacle full of ingenuity. More than a competition, it is a celebration of recycling and creativity. Each structure is destroyed at the end, highlighting the ephemeral yet exciting nature of the event. The poor man's process makes a car appear to be moving without moving an inch. It's achieved with projected backgrounds or by strategically moving the camera, saving on filming costs. Classics like 1979's Mad Max and virtual reality scenes in Breaking Bad use this trick. Human-faced bug. The Catacanthus incarnatus, or human-faced bug, sports a pattern that resembles a curious hairstyle. This natural design scares off predators, although the insect is harmless. In India, it is found among flowers from March to October. Its rarity makes it more valuable than the common bug. Canenhop turns rabbits into tiny jumping athletes. Originating in Sweden, this sport challenges them to overcome obstacles like miniature horses. Some compete with a harness and leash, while others jump freely. Their miniature courses make each competition an adorable and surprising spectacle. The Changli S1 Pro is the world's cheapest electric car, and it arrives in a box. For just $1,131, this mini vehicle is available 100% online. Manufactured by Changzhou Shili Car Industry, it's compact, eco-friendly, and unique. Its size and price make it ideal for short city trips. The first photo taken with a cell phone was in 1997 by Philippe Kahn. He captured his newborn daughter, Sophie, with a modified Motorola StarTAC. This invention revolutionized mobile photography and changed the way we share images. It took place on June 11th in a maternity ward in California. Activists mounted bicycles on car-sized bamboo frames to demonstrate how much space they take up. The idea highlights how inefficient it is to use a huge car for just one person. With this creative protest, they seek to promote sustainable transportation in congested cities. Coco was an incredibly special gorilla who managed to communicate with humans through sign language. She was born in 1971 at the San Francisco Zoo and lived to be 46. She was noted for her great empathy, showing affection to both people and other animals. She learned to use more than 1,000 words in sign language and understood about 2,000 in English. Her communication skills and sensitivity made her a symbol of interspecies connection. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to crash head-on into a car? There's a simulator that shows you how to do it safely, but with a lot of impact. The experience recreates the brutal deceleration and makes you appreciate every seatbelt. In Lukava, a nearly forgotten church came back to life, but with a spooky twist. The Church of St. George, abandoned since the 1960s, became a scene of terror when Jakub Hadrava filled its pews with ghostly figures. These plaster sculptures, covered in white cloth, look like souls trapped in prayer. Imagine walking into a completely white room and transforming it into a burst of color. In Yayoi Kusama's obliteration room, visitors are given stickers and can stick them wherever they want. What begins as an empty space soon becomes a vibrant chaos of colored dots. Flipbooks are cinema at its most artisanal, small books where each page is a moving frame. When you flip through them quickly, the images magically come to life. Although digital screens dominate today, this technique continues to fascinate with its manual charm. By strategically tapping a watermelon, its pulp and juice blend without the need to cut it. This makes it a refreshing, natural cup with a straw. Although not a typical custom in Malaysia, it went viral on social media. Its popularity echoes similar trends in Thailand and the Philippines. In Puerto Rico, the Llano Coqui frog surprises visitors with its meow-like call. It uses this peculiar sound to attract mates, distinguishing itself from the famous common coqui. Nocturnal and arboreal, it hides among the vegetation. It feeds on insects, maintaining ecological balance. Artists like Ai Weiwei and Nathan Sawaya transformed Legos into stunning sculptures with dynamic shadows. Their art blends creativity and optical illusion, striking from every angle. Ai Weiwei has used these blocks in works with a strong political message. In Trace, he created portraits of activists with thousands of Lego pieces. In 2023, Mexico saw the birth of Eduardochi, a Tamagotchi with a craving for KFC. This peculiar gadget, inspired by a fried chicken leg, blends nostalgia and clever marketing. Users must care for their virtual pet and feed it KFC combos. As a nod to the classic Tamagotchi, it's a fun and interactive toy. Kintsugi is an ancient Japanese art that transforms fractures into golden traces of history. Instead of hiding the cracks, it enhances them with gold, silver, or platinum, creating unique pieces. This philosophical technique values scars as part of an object's beauty. Trevor Paglen devised the orbital reflector, a huge reflective globe designed to illuminate the Earth from space. Made of a mylar-like material and coated with titanium dioxide, this object could be seen as an artificial star. Its activation has been delayed due to political concerns, but it promises to revolutionize the relationship between art, science, and technology. The Star Chase system fires GPS-enabled darts at fleeing vehicles, allowing them to be tracked safely. Since 2020, its use in Texas has reduced dangerous chases by 80%. This innovative technology improves road safety and prevents accidents. Thanks to it, police can track suspects without the need for extreme maneuvers. The legendary Oseberg Viking longship, one of the most famous in the world, is on display in a museum in Oslo. Discovered in Norway, it measures about 49 feet wide and was used for journeys and funeral ceremonies. Its impressive design, with over 1,200 years of history, reflects Viking naval mastery. In 2018, Range Rover surprised with its The World's Largest Speed Bump campaign in the UK. Using visual effects, they created the illusion of a huge speed bump in the road. However, the Evoque drove over it without a problem, as the road was actually flat. Nemo's Garden, in Italy, grows basil, lettuce, and strawberries in underwater biospheres at a depth of about 26 feet. These spherical capsules, anchored to the seafloor near Noli, create an underwater greenhouse. Inside, the stable environment and humidity promote the growth of various crops. This futuristic project explores underwater agriculture as a sustainable alternative. Could the future of food lie beneath the waves? Males of the wry-winged manakin, a bird native to Central and South America, have a striking courtship display. They raise their wings over their backs and flap them extremely rapidly, up to 100 times per second. This spectacle is not only stunning to the eye, but also generates a high-pitched sound. Paper engineers transform simple sheets of paper into incredible three-dimensional sculptures with just cuts and folds. Blending artistry and mathematical precision, they create everything from pop-up books to complex mobile figures. Each work defies gravity and the imagination, turning paper into a mechanical marvel. YouTube star CoolioArt took the velociraptors from Jurassic Park to a more realistic level, giving them a look more in line with current scientific discoveries. His version shows these predators covered in feathers and with more precise movements, moving away from the classic film design. To achieve this, he digitally modified iconic scenes such as the tense kitchen chase and the final confrontation. When the SpaceX Dragon capsule landed in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Florida, something unexpected happened. A pod of dolphins approached and began swimming in circles around the ship. Astronauts Barry Butch Wilmore, Sunita Suni Williams, Nick Hague, and Alexander Gorbunov, returning after 9 months on the International Space Station, watched in amazement at the curious welcome. The images captured by the rescue team quickly went viral, touching thousands of people. Experts explained that dolphins, by nature curious, often investigate strange objects in their environment. But this encounter was a perfect and symbolic conclusion to the mission. Antonio Romero Montero, a video game enthusiast, owns the world's largest collection with 24,243 titles. From Atari classics to rare editions of modern consoles, his collection is a gaming museum. Every shelf in his home is filled with digital history and nostalgia. His impressive Guinness record has inspired gamers and collectors around the world. Yakiniku is more than a meal. It's a ritual of fire and flavor where you are the chef. At this Japanese grill, diners cook fine cuts of meat and vegetables right at the table. Each bite is submerged in a delicious tare sauce, elevating the flavor to another level. Inspired by Korean cuisine, this feast was born in the 20th century and continues to conquer palates. Google Earth VR takes exploration to the next level, allowing you to fly through the world in 3D. Compatible with Oculus Rift and HTC Vive, it immerses you in landscapes like Everest and the Grand Canyon. You can fly over cities, climb virtual mountains, or even travel into space. Its detailed 3D modeling and interactive zoom bring each destination to life. It also offers cinematic tours with select locations for an even more immersive experience. Hydroponics is a soil-free growing method that submerges roots in water containing essential nutrients. This technique saves up to 90% of water compared to traditional farming and requires no pesticides. It's used to grow lettuce, strawberries, and herbs, even on rooftops or in small spaces. Companies like AeroFarms have perfected this system, maximizing production in urban environments. Michael Jackson not only revolutionized music, he also left his mark on innovation. In 1993, he patented anti-gravity shoes with an ingenious tilting mechanism. Thanks to them, he could perform his iconic forward-bending move without losing his balance. These special shoes were anchored to the ground, creating the illusion of defying physics. The three-toed sloth holds the title of the world's slowest mammal. Inhabiting Central and South America, it moves at just 0.15 miles per hour on land. Its slowness isn't a flaw, but rather a strategy to go unnoticed by predators. It spends most of its time hanging from trees, moving with absolute calm. Although Amy Poehler played the cool mom in Mean Girls, in real life she was only 7 years older than Rachel McAdams. While Rachel was 25 years old as the dreaded Regina George, Amy was 32 when she took on the role of her eccentric mother. They could almost have been sisters. A curious fact that makes this iconic comedy even funnier. Blue lobsters are true jewels of the ocean, but very rare. Only 1 in 2 million is born. Their intense blue color is due to a rare genetic mutation that causes them to produce more of a certain protein. This curious error of nature makes them true marine celebrities. The Mucumbari in Venezuela is a true marvel of engineering. At 15,633 feet above sea level, it holds the record for the highest cable car in the world, Its 7.8-mile route makes it one of the longest on the planet. Riding it is like flying among the clouds and enjoying breathtaking views of the Andes. The iconic red soles of Louboutin shoes were born from a touch of art and a bit of improvisation. Inspired by Andy Warhol's Flowers, the designer felt his shoes were missing something. So, he took red nail polish and painted the sole, creating a distinctive signature. A golden record shines in Dubai. The world's largest gold ingot weighs more than 660 pounds. It was manufactured by the Emirates Minting Factory and recognized by Guinness in the famous Gold Souk. This gigantic piece is worth around $25 million, a true gleaming treasure. If you've ever seen a lot of gold together, it probably wasn't as much as this. The YouTube channel All Things Never Die revives the magic of vintage mechanical board games. With patience and skill, they restore forgotten pieces and return them to their original splendor. Each video is a journey into the past, where nostalgia and mechanics collide. In Siberia, farmer Nikifor Ivanov grows mini apples the size of pearls that can withstand temperatures as low as -76 degrees Fahrenheit. These tiny fruits are a miracle of nature, adapted to one of the most extreme climates on the planet. Small, but incredibly resilient. Animal chiropractors help improve the health of dogs, horses, and other pets with spinal and limb adjustments. Their work relieves pain, corrects posture, and improves overall well-being. Even animals need a good tune-up from time to time. Valentin Delic takes speed flying to the next level, gliding between hot air balloons in Cappadocia, Turkey. With extreme speed and precision, he skims the enormous aircraft while dominating the air. His skill turns the sky into his own playground, pure adrenaline in a dream setting. Artist Julia Phillips surprised visitors to the High Line with a unique interactive installation. Looking through special binoculars, her own gaze is projected onto a giant screen. It's an experience that plays with perception and self-observation. Samsung is developing Bot Handy, a domestic robot with surprising skills. It can set the table, pick up dirty clothes, and load the dishwasher thanks to its artificial intelligence. It recognizes objects of different sizes, materials, and weights, adapting its grip. It even learns your routine and sends you reminders. The city of Saint-Malo, France, experiences the highest tides in Europe, with differences of up to 39 feet. Its houses, designed to withstand the force of the sea, have windows reinforced with 4 glass panels. The bay is impacted by the Atlantic in the English Channel, intensifying the phenomenon. During high tides, the water rises rapidly, transforming the landscape in a matter of hours. Every year, deer renew their antlers in a process called shedding. Although it may seem drastic, for them it's as natural as losing a baby tooth. Without pain or drama, they simply drop them and new ones begin to grow. It's as if they're shedding their crown to show off an even more impressive one. In the Faroe Islands, the picturesque village of Gásadalur seems like something out of a dream, surrounded by mountains and cliffs. For years, it was only accessible on foot or by helicopter, making it even more mysterious. Its greatest gem is the Mulafossur waterfall, which falls directly into the ocean, creating a postcard-worthy landscape. In Stockholm, Sweden, a disused Boeing 747 found a second life as a hotel, the Jumbo Hostel. Here, guests can sleep inside a plane without taking off, with comfortable and modern rooms. Even the cockpit has been transformed into a luxurious suite with panoramic views. A high-altitude experience from just €48 a night. An AI app is revolutionizing the LEGO world by accurately scanning and arranging pieces. Created by an independent developer, it helps fans find creative uses for their bricks. It not only identifies and counts pieces, but also suggests compatible models. It also offers step-by-step instructions for building new creations. Milkshake, the most famous albino pug on Instagram, is one of only 100 in the world. His pinkish cream color is due to leucism, a mutation that reduces pigmentation. Although it appears pink, its hue is simply the absence of color in the skin, eyes, and fur. The yellow boxfish resembles a small swimming bucket on the reefs of the Indo-Pacific. Its distinctive square shape helps it glide stably in strong currents. Furthermore, its bright yellow color warns predators of its toxicity. Despite its rigid appearance, it is a surprisingly agile swimmer. The Mangalica is the pig that wanted to be a sheep, with a curly coat unique in the world. Native to Hungary, its natural wool protects it from the harshest winters. In winter, it sports a thick, frizzy coat, but in summer, it becomes softer. Its resistance to cold has helped it survive in extreme climates. Merlin, a British cat, holds the record for the world's loudest purr at 67.8 decibels. His purr is as loud as a shower or an animated conversation. This fact highlights the incredible vocal power of domestic felines. Cats purr not only for pleasure, but also to calm themselves and communicate. The Hyundai Elevate is a prototype vehicle with robotic legs capable of walking and climbing. Designed for rescue and exploration, it combines wheels with insect-like mobility. It can overcome debris and extreme terrain where normal cars fail. The International Space Station travels at 17,150 miles per hour and orbits the Earth at an altitude of about 250 miles. It completes 16 orbits of the planet each day, offering sunrises every 90 minutes. It's a floating laboratory where astronauts conduct research in microgravity. At this speed, a trip from New York to Tokyo would take only 10 minutes. The Passage du Gois is a highway in France that disappears beneath the sea twice a day. Measuring 2.58 miles in length, it connects the island of Noirmoutier to the mainland. It's only passable during low tide, making it a unique natural phenomenon. Signs warn drivers to avoid being trapped by the water. In Spider-Man 2 of 2004, Peter Parker attempts to leap between buildings, but falls dramatically. To pull it off, a stuntman was attached to a crane and executed the fall with precision. Cameras captured the scene from several angles to make it striking. Then, using visual effects, Tobey Maguire was added to the sequence. Dogs, like cats, can go crazy chasing a laser. They see the point of light as prey, and their hunting instinct is instantly activated. However, when they can't catch it, they can become frustrated and even obsessed. Therefore, it's better to play with physical toys that allow them to satisfy their instincts. The Hubble telescope has photographed the Andromeda galaxy with an astonishing level of detail. Its composite image combines more than 600 photos and has 200.5 billion pixels. Thanks to this, astronomers can study its structure like never before. Andromeda, 2.5 million light-years away, is the most distant galaxy visible to the naked eye. Meet Heinz Berggruen, the largest private collector of Picasso works, a 93-year-old German of Jewish origin who recently passed away. Born in Berlin, his passion for art led him to become one of the most influential art patrons and dealers of the 20th century. In 1996, he donated his impressive collection of more than 100 works by Picasso and other artists to the Berggruen Museum in Berlin. His legacy, valued at hundreds of millions of euros, is considered one of the jewels of classical modernism. 9,000 years ago, there was a natural bridge between Britain and Europe, Doggerland, a vast, now submerged land. This territory was home to hunters and gatherers until rising sea levels wiped it out. Today, its remains, hidden beneath the sea, tell stories of a lost era. Brazilian streamers, Luque 4 and Caju Capitani took gender reveals to the next level. They did it inside GTA 5. They met while playing the game, so they decided their baby should be announced in the same virtual world. In the middle of their live stream, a helicopter released a shower of blue dust, confirming they were expecting a boy. Cockroaches, far from being just unwanted pests, are bred by the millions for medicinal and cosmetic purposes. Their properties help regenerate tissue, heal wounds, and even rejuvenate skin. In laboratories, these insects are transformed into surprising creams and treatments. Who would have thought that such a hardy insect would play a role in beauty and health? Hyperkids. Africa surprises once again with a routine where dance becomes an optical illusion. Their impossible movements challenge the eye, creating effects that seem out of this world. With twists, shadows, and perfect timing, they manage to trick the brain with every step. In Maramuresh, Romania, stand the most impressive wooden churches in Transylvania, true architectural gems of the 17th and 18th centuries. Its towering pinnacles seem to touch the sky, while inside, traditional paintings and carpets create a unique atmosphere. Most are orthodox and reflect the tradition and ingenuity of Romanian carpenters. In 2022, the Rhaetian Railway made history with a 1.18-mile, 100-car train. It traveled the Preda-Alvaniu route, carrying 1,500 passengers through the Swiss Alps. This feat demonstrated the country's impressive railway engineering. On Aoshima Island, in Ehime, Japan, cats far outnumber humans. With more than 120 felines and only 15 residents, this place is a true cat paradise. Originally, sailors brought cats to combat pests on their ships, but over time, the cat population exploded. The island, just 1 mile long, has become an attractive destination for cat lovers. Foodini is an innovative 3D food printer that transforms fresh ingredients into surprising creations. Developed by natural machines, it makes everything from geometrically shaped chocolates to personalized pasta. Although it doesn't cook, it assembles ingredients precisely to speed up preparation. Connected to the internet and equipped with the touchscreen, it's easy to use. Microsoft HoloLens brings mixed reality to medicine and industry with innovative applications. In hospitals, it allows surgeons to project 3D scans and collaborate in real time. Companies like BMW use it to optimize prototype assembly and improve production. Its technology merges the digital and physical worlds, facilitating complex tasks with precision. Carlos Montañez took his passion for aviation to the next level. He built a flight simulator in his own home. He didn't settle for a simple joystick. He recreated a complete cockpit so he could take off whenever he wanted. Like him, many fans have transformed their homes into virtual takeoff strips. Can you imagine piloting your plane without leaving home? Between Spain and Portugal, there's a bridge so small you can cross it in just 5 steps. Measuring just 10.5 feet long, it's ideal for those who want to travel to another country effortlessly. A simple blink of an eye, and voila, you're in a different country. More than a bridge, it looks like an international shortcut. Changing the oil in a Bugatti Veyron can cost up to $25,000, the same as a couple of new cars. This process isn't easy. You have to remove the wheels, brakes, and fender just to get to the 16 drain plugs. Then, the oil filter is replaced, and everything is reassembled with surgical precision. More than an oil change, it feels like automotive surgery. If we eliminated heart disease, cancer, and diabetes, we could live to an average of 99.2 years. Imagine blowing out 100 candles on your cake without worry. We'd be almost centenarians by default, with more time to travel, learn, and eat cake without regrets. The crayfish has a surprising ability. It can survive several days out of water because it's able to breathe air. This allows it to wade through the mud in search of a new home or escape predators when its habitat dries out. It's also an excellent digger and can create tunnels to stay moist. Its resilience makes it a true survivor of rivers and swamps. The first 3D printers didn't build houses or prosthetics, they printed chocolate. They were designed to create personalized shapes and sweeten the world with technology. Today, these machines have evolved, but the idea of a printer that makes your favorite dessert remains a delicious dream. Can you imagine printing your own chocolate at home? Romania's Palace of Parliament in Bucharest is not only the world's largest administrative building, but also holds a Guinness World Record. With 3,100 rooms, you could lose yourself for days exploring its halls. Its construction was ordered by dictator Nicolae Ceausescu and required materials from all over the country. Today, it is one of Romania's biggest tourist attractions. High on a mountain in Bulgaria, the Buzluja monument looks like something out of a science fiction movie. Built in 1981 as a symbol of the Bulgarian Communist Party, its flying saucer design makes it even more enigmatic. However, after the fall of communism, it was abandoned and today looks like a relic of another time. Even in ruins, it continues to attract explorers and curious visitors from around the world. The famous Hollywood sign didn't always have its current iconic shape. It originally read Hollywoodland and was merely a real estate advertisement. In 1949, the land sign was removed and restored to represent the Mecca of cinema. The Fata Morgana effect plays with light and creates surprising illusions on the horizon. It is due to refraction in layers of air at different temperatures, distorting distant objects. This phenomenon has made ships appear to float or elongate like castles in the sky. It inspired the legend of the Flying Dutchman, the mythical ghost ship doomed to wander forever. Lycoid cats look like tiny werewolves, but their DNA is 100% feline. Their wispy fur is the result of a natural mutation that affects hair growth. Discovered in 2010, their unusual appearance quickly made them famous. Although they appear mysterious, they are affectionate and playful like any other cat. In Michigan, being Santa Claus is an art learned in school. There, aspirants practice the perfect ho-ho-ho and learn how to make wooden toys. They also study reindeer care and the Christmas spirit. This academy trains the best professional Santas in the world. Here, the magic of Christmas is a required subject. The Taipei 101 Tower, the pride of Taiwan, was the tallest building in the world from 2004 to 2010. Its design combines modernity with traditional elements of Asian culture. It has one of the fastest elevators on the planet, reaching 37 miles per hour. In just 37 seconds, it takes visitors from the 5th to the 89th floor. Hawaii is the only state in the U.S. where coffee is grown commercially. Volcanic soils, altitude, and perfect climate make Hawaiian coffee a gourmet treasure. The most famous variety is Kona coffee, prized for its smooth, fruity flavor. Although coffee is not native to Hawaii, the islands have turned it into an agricultural gem. Beats by Dr. Dre headphones revolutionized the audio world since their creation in 2006. Their striking design and powerful bass made them a music and fashion icon. In 2014, Apple acquired them for $3 billion in one of its largest acquisitions. This purchase cemented Beats as a benchmark brand in premium sound. Orcas at SeaWorld live in 60,278 square foot tanks, while an average parking lot is about 172,223 square feet. This striking comparison reveals the small size of their habitat in captivity. In the wild, orcas swim up to 100 miles a day. If Universal's iconic intro were to exist in real life, its letters would be so gigantic they would measure over 310 miles high. From Los Angeles, they would rise like colossal floating mountains in the sky. This comparison not only demonstrates the magnitude of cinema, but also the power of our imagination. Hamsters have an incredible superpower. They can store food equivalent to 20% of their weight in their cheeks. Their facial pouches function as natural backpacks, allowing them to carry supplies without losing mobility. This trick helps them survive, storing food away from predators. Can you imagine if humans could do the same with grocery shopping? It would be quite practical. Over time, some trees become hollow, not by magic, but thanks to the silent work of fungi and bacteria. These tiny decomposers feed on the wood, slowly disintegrating its internal structure. For years, they transform cellulose and lignin into nutrients that return to the soil. Thus, what seems like the end of a tree becomes the beginning of a new life. Have you noticed how your fingers wrinkle after spending time in water? It's not because they're absorbing liquid, but a brilliant evolutionary trick. This effect improves your grip on wet surfaces, as if you've activated a natural off-road mode. It's an automatic reflex our ancestors used to avoid slipping when collecting food in rivers and rain. Without realizing it, you climb the Statue of Liberty every day, but with your thumb. Scrolling through social media, you travel about 300 feet just by swiping. And if you add up all your taps and swipes, your fingers travel 656 feet, the equivalent of 2 football fields. Basically, you're training for a digital marathon without leaving your couch. The Danyang Kunshan Grand Bridge, at a staggering 102.4 miles long, is the longest bridge in the world. It's part of the Shanghai-Beijing bullet train, reducing the journey to just 4 hours. It cost $8.5 billion to build and includes a 5.6-mile stretch over Yangcheng Lake. Schulen is a classic Dutch game where discs are slid across a wooden board to score points. It's played on a shoalback, a narrow track with 4 slots where players try to score 30 discs. Each game has 3 attempts, adding strategy and precision to the challenge. It's a competitive, family-friendly game that has entertained generations in the Netherlands. Kanye West and Adidas revolutionized footwear with unique models like the Yeezy Foam Runner, made from algae. Another example is the Yeezy 450, whose futuristic design resembles a moving sculpture. These sneakers combine fashion, sustainability, and innovation in every detail. With bold shapes and unexpected materials, they redefine the concept of footwear design. Did you know that pom-poms on hats have a practical origin? In the 18th century, French sailors used them to prevent bumps on the low roofs of ships. Over time, they evolved from functional to a decorative detail in winter fashion. With over 9.6 million characters, Marcel Proust's In Search of Lost Time is the longest book in the world. This autobiographical work transports the reader to 19th century France, exploring love, jealousy, and memory. Proust spent the last years of his life locked in his Paris apartment to complete it. Try as you might, a square piece of paper can't be folded in half more than 7 times. It sounds easy, but the strength and thickness increase with each fold, making it impossible. In the Netherlands, there's a roller coaster where you decide how extreme the experience will be. It's called Goliath and is the tallest in the country, standing at 153.5 feet high. The most surprising thing is that passengers can rotate the wings of their cart to control the intensity of the ride. Located in Walibi, Holland, this steel beast reaches 65.9 miles per hour for a total adrenaline rush. Would you dare to challenge it, or would you prefer a more sedate ride? In 1892, Jesse Reno patented the first escalator, forever changing the way we climb floors. His design was rudimentary, but it laid the groundwork for the staircases we see today in shopping malls and subways. Thanks to it, we can avoid the effort of climbing long stairs. In France, the gardens of Marquissac look like something out of a fairy tale. with more than 150,000 boxwood hedges carved into undulating geometric shapes. Its winding paths invite you to get lost in green labyrinths while enjoying breathtaking views of the Dordogne Valley. In the Bahamas, Dean's Blue Hole is an underwater sinkhole over 656 feet deep, one of the largest in the world. Located off Long Island, its intense blue contrasts with the surrounding turquoise waters. Three sides are embraced by a natural rock amphitheater, while the fourth leads to a white sand beach. In the middle of the Guatemalan jungle, Tikal stands as one of the most fascinating archaeological gems of the Mayan civilization. Its majestic pyramids and temples were the epicenter of a powerful kingdom during the classical period. Today, its imposing structures emerge from the dense vegetation, offering a journey back in time. On the Greek island of Rhodes, the Valley of the Butterflies becomes a natural spectacle every summer. Millions of butterflies of the hieroglyphic species cover the trees, forming a magical and vibrant landscape. Attracted by the aromatic resin of certain trees, they rest in this paradise before reproducing. Their wings unfurl in flashes of color when they feel disturbed. On land, Madagascar's lemurs move with curious sideways leaps, like little acrobats. In the trees, their prehensile tail and opposable toes make them masters of balance. This ability allows them to move deftly between branches in search of food. Their locomotion is so peculiar that it resembles a natural dance in the jungle. Under the jungle of Vietnam, the Cu Chai tunnels hid a secret world stretching 155 miles. They weren't just passageways, they housed kitchens, hospitals, and dormitories during the war. These labyrinths allowed for surprise attacks and ensured troop supplies. The cleverness of their creators transformed the subsoil into an almost undetectable fortress. Johann Link's mechanism uses flow and pressure to keep objects in balance, like a floating ball. Its precision makes it key in robotics and the aerospace industry. It ensures stability in processes where every millimeter counts. The egg color is written on the hen's ears. White cells, white eggs, red cells, brown eggs. But there are surprising exceptions, such as the araucana, which lays bluish eggs. This hue is due to biliverdin, a natural pigment in the shell. Beyond color, all eggs have the same flavor and nutritional value. The sun bear is a master of honey with a tongue up to 18 inches long. This natural tool allows it to reach insects and larvae in the most difficult corners. With its extra long tongue, it explores crevices and hives like an expert honey thief. It's the smallest bear in the world, but it has great survival skills. Salps look like jellyfish, but they are tunicates and distant cousins of sea squirts. They live in the ocean, forming impressive chains of floating clones. As they move, they filter plankton, cleaning the water and helping the ecosystem. Their transparent, gelatinous bodies make them look like science fiction creatures. Astronauts don't let zero gravity take away their right to vote. From space, they receive encrypted ballots by email and send them back to Earth. NASA ensures that their vote arrives safely in their county of registration in the US. So, even while orbiting at 17,400 miles per hour, they can participate in the elections. In Zaragoza, Spain, video game fans can stroll down Super Mario Bros. Avenue. This street pays tribute to the world's most famous plumber with an official name. Although there are no green pipes, it would be great if the traffic lights played his iconic music. The Bagger 288 is a steel beast that devours mountains with its immense rotating shovel. At 722 feet long and 315 feet high, it's as big as a 30-story building. It weighs 29.8 million pounds, making it the largest land vehicle in the world. This German excavator is capable of moving the equivalent of a football field's worth of earth every day. Jonah Hill is officially the king of swear words in cinema, with 376 swear words in his career. In The Wolf of Wall Street, he uttered 22.9 profanities per 1,000 words spoken. A Buzz Bingo study crowned him the most foul-mouthed actor in history. Furthermore, this film broke records with 715 swear words in total. Yuma, Arizona, is the king of the sun, with 4,015 hours of daylight per year. 92% of its days are clear, making it almost always sunny. This record makes it the sunniest place in the world, according to the WHO. Astronaut suits are white in space to reflect radiation and be visible in the dark. During launch and re-entry, they wear orange suits to facilitate their rescue. These suits include water, air, and emergency medicine. The ghost ant is almost invisible due to its translucent abdomen and pale legs. Its dark head contrasts with its body, giving it a unique appearance. This tiny ant appears even smaller due to its coloration. It is an expert at infiltrating homes in search of sweets and moisture. Sake, or nihonshu as it's called in Japan, is much more than an alcoholic beverage. It's a tradition deeply rooted in Japanese culture. It's made from polished rice and water, and its magic lies in the koji-kin fungus, which converts the rice starch into fermentable sugars. Depending on how it's prepared, it can be clear or pale gold, with flavors ranging from umami to sweet to dry. In Colombia, there is a river so spectacular that it's known as the River of Five Colors. It's the Caño Cristales, a natural paradise that, during certain months of the year, becomes a visual spectacle. Thanks to the Macarenia clavigera, an aquatic plant unique to the region, the river water is tinged with shades of red, green, yellow, blue, white, and black, creating a landscape that seems straight out of a dream. Many call it the most beautiful river in the world. Did you know that King Arthur's sword exists in real life? Although the famous Excalibur belongs to legend, there is a real sword embedded in a rock at the Abbey of San Galgano in Italy. According to history, in the 12th century, Saint Galgano drove it into the stone as a symbol of his renunciation of the material world. What's most surprising is that in 2001, scientists from the University of Pavia analyzed the sword and confirmed it dates from that time. Although it isn't magical, its mystery and similarity to legend lead many to consider it the authentic Excalibur of the real world. Do you know the world's largest fruit? It's the jackfruit, native to South Asia, which can grow up to 20 inches long and weigh 80 pounds. Its fibrous, fleshy pulp has earned it the nickname vegetable meat, making it very popular in vegetarian cuisine. Its seeds are also edible when cooked or roasted. Its sweet and fragrant flavor combines hints of banana, pineapple, and mango, making it a fruit as surprising as it is delicious. Japan is famous for its bluefin tuna fishing, a symbol of the country's cuisine, especially in the city of Tsukiji, where one of the world's most famous fish auctions takes place. At these auctions, bluefin tuna can fetch astronomical prices, with large specimens selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars. After being caught, these tunas are used to prepare high-quality sushi, considered a delicacy in Japanese cuisine. In 1996, Pepsi launched an advertising campaign offering a fighter jet to anyone who collected 7 million Pepsi points. John Leonard, a student, found a way to buy the points and paid 700,000 pesos for them. Upon claiming the prize, Pepsi refused to release it, leading Leonard to sue the company. The case escalated into a legal scandal when Pepsi argued that the ad was just a joke, and Leonard insisted he had interpreted the offer literally. In Alaska, Blue Lake stands out for its waters so clear that you can see up to 98 feet deep. This remote lake is characterized by the purity of its water, giving it amazing visibility. The absence of aquatic life prevents sediment buildup, keeping the water perfectly clear. Due to its fragility, swimming in the lake is strictly prohibited to protect its unique ecosystem. Hadouken In is a Japanese photography trend inspired by the Hadouken move from Street Fighter. In these photos, one person poses as if firing a blast of energy, while others act as if they've been knocked down by force. This trend, which combines humor and creativity, has become popular on social media, where people share their own versions. In Egypt's western desert lies a peculiar phenomenon called the Black and White Desert. This desert gets its name from the dark volcanic rocks that cover its surface, which contrast strikingly with the golden sand dunes. The astonishing thing is that, despite its arid and desolate name, it is a place full of life and surrounded by a captivating mystery. The Valley of Peace in Iraq is the largest and oldest cemetery on the planet, with more than 6 million graves. This vast site continues to expand daily, representing an important monument in the history of the region. It is estimated that burials have taken place there for more than 1,400 years. It is a place of great significance for Shia Muslims, a sacred site of deep veneration. The white tiger is a rare tiger variant born from a recessive genetic mutation that results in its white fur. Despite popular belief, it is not a subspecies, but rather a Bengal or Siberian tiger with a recessive gene called leucism, which affects the pigmentation of its fur. Although their appearance is striking, these tigers face serious health problems due to inbreeding and a lack of genetic diversity. In the Faroe Islands, between Iceland and Norway, the tradition of grindadrap, or whaling, endures. Although it generates controversy due to its harshness, it remains a custom deeply rooted in the local culture. The entire community participates in this practice, viewing it as a collective livelihood. For the islanders, this tradition holds great cultural and historical value. The Lego House in Billund, Denmark, is an interactive museum celebrating the legacy of the world's most famous building blocks. Opened in 2017, its unique structure consists of 21 stacked blocks, symbolizing boundless creativity. Inside, visitors can enjoy dedicated building areas, participate in workshops, and learn the history behind the iconic bricks. The banana spider, despite its diminutive size, is one of the deadliest on the planet. Native to South America, its potent venom can cause serious effects such as intense pain and rapid heartbeat. Its aggressive nature and ability to move quickly make it even more dangerous. Furthermore, it often hides in dark places, making it difficult to detect and increasing the risk to those who encounter it unexpectedly. Brock Davis is an artist who has gained recognition for his creativity in using food as a means of expression. One of his most famous works is a replica of the Mona Lisa made from leftover peanut butter on the walls of a dumpster. Davis transforms everyday ingredients into pieces of art that challenge traditional perceptions of art and food. His work is not only visually striking, but also invites reflection on food waste and how we can repurpose it. In China, a natural cliff has captured the attention of many due to its peculiar shape. Viewed from a certain angle, it resembles a puppy resting by a river. This rock formation is an example of how nature can create shapes that spark the human imagination. The cliff has become a tourist spot, attracting visitors looking to capture the perfect image. Danish police have adopted an innovative strategy to combat online crime. A team of officers who play video games such as Counter-Strike, Fortnite, and Minecraft. These officers broadcast live on Twitch, interacting with players and monitoring potential cases of fraud, hate speech, and harassment. This approach not only allows the police to be closer to the gaming community, but also to educate young people about online risks. Thomas Romain is a French artist who has gained popularity for recreating his children's drawings in the style of Japanese animation. His illustrations, which combine the innocence of children's drawings with the aesthetics of anime, have captivated thousands of people on social media. Thomas has not only published a book with these incredible illustrations, but has also inspired other parents to value and transform their children's artistic creations. What fact surprised you the most? Leave it in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.